Stop trying to be like everyone else. The world is waiting for you to show up as your true, authentic self. Imagine a life where you embrace what makes you different, where you stand proud in your individuality, and where you no longer feel the pressure to fit in. The truth is, your uniqueness is your superpower. Today, let's dive into how celebrating your individuality can change your life and inspire the world around you. It's time to honor the one person who truly matters you. Ladies, there is a profound power within you, a power that radiates from your authenticity, your wisdom, and your unwavering self-respect. Men who deeply respect women are drawn to the light of confidence and self-worth. Today, I want to share 7 empowering rules that not only earn respect but also inspire admiration and honor. Respect and admiration from others begin with the relationship you have with yourself. When you honor yourself, you send a clear message to the world about how you expect to be treated. This isn't about arrogance or self-importance, it's about recognizing your inherent worth and treating yourself with the same kindness, love, and consideration that you would offer to someone you care deeply about. When you make honoring yourself a priority, you create a foundation of self-respect that impacts every aspect of your life, including how others perceive and interact with you. Honoring yourself starts with self-awareness. Take the time to understand your own needs, desires, and boundaries. Ask yourself what truly brings you joy, fulfillment, and peace. This process requires honest reflection and a willingness to dig deep into your heart and mind. Many people go through life on autopilot, neglecting their own needs to meet the expectations of others. But when you tune into yourself and identify what truly matters, you take the first step toward living authentically. You begin to honor the unique person that you are, without apology or hesitation. One of the most important ways to honor yourself is by setting and maintaining boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are guidelines that define what is acceptable and unacceptable in your life. They protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. For example, saying no to commitments that drain you is not selfish, it is self-respect. It's an acknowledgement that your energy is finite and must be directed toward what truly serves you. When you set boundaries, you teach others how to treat you. People will learn to respect your limits when they see that you respect them yourself. Another aspect of honoring yourself is self-care. This goes beyond occasional indulgences like a spa day or a vacation. True self-care is about meeting your needs on a consistent basis, physical, emotional, and mental. It's about nourishing your body with healthy food, getting enough rest, and staying active. It's about taking time to nurture your mental health by practicing mindfulness, seeking therapy if needed, or simply allowing yourself moments of stillness. Emotional self-care means being kind to yourself, forgiving your mistakes, and treating yourself with the same compassion you would extend to a dear friend. These acts of self-care are not luxuries, they are necessities for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Honoring yourself also means pursuing your passions and dreams. Too often, people put their aspirations on hold because they feel it's not the right time or they fear judgment from others. But your dreams are a vital part of who you are. When you honor your passions, you honor the essence of your being. Take steps, no matter how small, toward what lights you up inside. Whether it's a creative project, a career goal, or simply a hobby that brings you joy, prioritizing these pursuits is an act of self-love. It's a way of saying to yourself and the world that your desires are valid and important. Self-honor also involves the company you keep. Surround yourself with people who uplift, support, and respect you. The energy of those around you has a significant impact on your well-being. Let go of relationships that drain you or make you feel less than you are. This doesn't mean cutting people out of your life harshly. It means being intentional about who you invest your time and energy in. When you honor yourself, you naturally gravitate toward relationships that are based on mutual respect and love. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in honoring yourself. Holding on to guilt, shame, or resentment weighs you down and prevents you from fully embracing your worth. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and recognize that every experience has contributed to the person you are today. Similarly, forgive others, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Letting go of grudges frees your heart and mind to focus on what truly matters. Another key to honoring yourself is celebrating your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. It's easy to focus on what you haven't done or what's still left to accomplish. But take a moment to recognize how far you've come. Every step forward, every challenge overcome, is a testament to your strength and resilience. By acknowledging your progress, you reinforce your sense of self-worth and inspire yourself to keep moving forward. Living authentically is perhaps the ultimate expression of honoring yourself. Be true to who you are, even if it means standing out or going against the grain. Your authenticity is your power, and when you embrace it, you attract people and opportunities that align with your true self. Let go of the need to seek approval from others and focus on approving of yourself. Remember, you are the only person who will be with you for your entire life. Make that relationship one of love, respect, and honor. When you honor yourself, you create a ripple effect. Others notice the respect you have for yourself and are inspired to treat you with the same regard. You set an example of self-love and confidence, showing the world that you value who you are. This is not just a gift to yourself, but also to those around you, as it encourages them to honor themselves as well. By prioritizing your well-being, embracing your worth, and living authentically, you not only command respect, but also live a life that feels rich, meaningful, and true. Speaking your truth with grace is one of the most powerful tools you can cultivate in life. It allows you to express who you truly are while maintaining respect for yourself and others. This act is not about being loud or forceful. It's about finding the balance between honesty and kindness. It's about communicating your feelings, needs, and boundaries with clarity, empathy, and confidence. When you speak your truth with grace, you create connections based on authenticity and mutual respect, and you pave the way for healthier, more meaningful relationships. To speak your truth, you must first know what your truth is. This requires self-awareness and introspection. Spend time reflecting on your values, desires, and emotions. What matters most to you? What do you stand for? What boundaries are non-negotiable? When you take the time to understand yourself deeply, your truth becomes a guiding light. It allows you to articulate your thoughts and feelings without confusion or doubt. Being in touch with your truth empowers you to communicate from a place of strength and authenticity. However, knowing your truth is only the first step. Speaking it requires courage. Fear often holds people back from expressing themselves. Fear of rejection, judgment, or conflict can silence your voice. But suppressing your truth comes at a cost. It creates resentment, frustration, and a sense of disconnection from others. When you choose to speak up despite your fears, you reclaim your power. You show yourself and the world that your voice matters, that your feelings and perspectives deserve to be heard. Speaking your truth with grace means choosing words that convey honesty without causing unnecessary harm. It's not about proving someone wrong or asserting dominance. It's about expressing yourself in a way that fosters understanding and connection. When you approach conversations with empathy, you create a safe space for open dialogue. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," you could say, "I feel unheard when we talk, and I would love it if we could communicate more openly." This approach invites collaboration rather than defensiveness, making it more likely that your truth will be received with respect. Tone is just as important as words. The way you deliver your message can either open doors or build walls. A calm, respectful tone shows that you value the other person's feelings as much as your own. It conveys that you are not there to attack or criticize, but to share your perspective. When you speak with grace, you demonstrate emotional maturity and a willingness to engage in constructive communication. Timing also plays a crucial role in speaking your truth effectively. Choosing the right moment to share your thoughts can make a significant difference in how your message is received. For instance, addressing a sensitive issue in the heat of an argument may lead to misunderstandings or escalation. Waiting until emotions have settled and both parties can listen with open minds allows for a more productive conversation. Graceful communication often requires patience and discernment. Listening is an integral part of speaking your truth. It might seem counterintuitive, but truly hearing the other person's perspective creates an atmosphere of mutual respect. When you listen actively, without interrupting or formulating your response while they're speaking, you show that you value their input. This reciprocity encourages them to extend the same respect to you. Speaking your truth is not a one-way street. It's part of a dynamic exchange where both voices matter. It's also important to let go of the need for everyone to agree with your truth. Speaking with grace means understanding that not everyone will see things the way you do, and that's okay. Your goal is not to change someone's mind, but to honor your own voice. When you release the need for validation, you free yourself to express your truth without fear. You learn to stand firmly in your authenticity, even in the face of disagreement. Practicing grace in your truth-telling requires consistent effort. Start small by expressing yourself in low-stakes situations, such as sharing your preferences or setting minor boundaries. As you build confidence, you can tackle more significant conversations. Each step strengthens your ability to articulate your truth with poise and compassion. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, transforming the way you relate to others and yourself. Speaking your truth with grace is a gift not only to yourself but also to those around you. It allows you to show up fully in your relationships, creating a foundation of trust and respect. It encourages others to do the same, fostering a culture of open, honest communication. When you express yourself authentically and with kindness, you inspire others to honor their own truths. Together, these actions create deeper, more meaningful connections. Most importantly, speaking your truth with grace affirms your worth. It shows that you value your own voice and that you are willing to stand up for yourself in a way that aligns with your highest self. It's a declaration that you are worthy of being heard, understood, and respected. This act of self-expression is a powerful reminder of your inner strength and resilience. By speaking your truth with grace, you not only empower yourself, but also contribute to a world where authenticity and kindness can coexist. Staying grounded in your standards is a fundamental practice for leading a life that aligns with your values, goals, and sense of self-worth. It means establishing clear principles and non-negotiables that guide your decisions and actions, regardless of external pressure or temptation. When you stay grounded in your standards, you protect your integrity, maintain a sense of purpose, and create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. This unwavering commitment to yourself becomes the foundation upon which you build your relationships, your work, and your overall well-being. To stay grounded in your standards, you must first define what those standards are. It's essential to know what you stand for and what you will and won't accept in your life. These standards might include values like honesty, respect, kindness, or accountability. You might have personal goals related to your career, health, relationships, or spirituality. Whatever your standards are, They should reflect your deepest beliefs and desires. Once you identify these non-negotiables, you can make decisions that are in harmony with your true self, not swayed by fleeting emotions or external influences. One of the most powerful aspects of staying grounded in your standards is setting boundaries. Boundaries protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being, ensuring that you don't compromise your principles for the sake of pleasing others. For example, if one of your standards is to maintain balance in your life, setting boundaries around your work hours, personal time, and relationships will help you avoid burnout and resentment. Saying no to things that do not align with your values may feel uncomfortable at first, but it is necessary for preserving your integrity. When you honor your boundaries, you teach others to respect your standards as well. Staying grounded in your standards also means not allowing others' opinions or societal pressures to sway you from your path. In a world that is constantly telling us what we should do, what we should look like, or how we should behave, it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters to us. The opinions of others, while often well-meaning, can be distracting and even detrimental if they lead us to question our own worth or capabilities. By staying grounded in your standards, you develop the strength to trust yourself even in the face of criticism or conflicting viewpoints. You understand that your life is yours to live, and the only person whose approval truly matters is your own. It's important to remember that staying grounded in your standards doesn't mean being rigid or inflexible. Life is dynamic, and there will be times when adjustments need to be made. Staying grounded means remaining anchored in your core values even as you adapt to new circumstances. For instance, you may experience a shift in your career or a change in your relationships that requires you to reassess your goals. However, as long as these changes align with your fundamental standards, they are part of your evolution, not a deviation from your path. Flexibility within your standards allows you to grow while staying true to yourself. Maintaining your standards also requires resilience. There will be challenges, setbacks, and temptations that threaten to pull you off course. In these moments, it's easy to compromise your principles in the hope of avoiding conflict or making things easier. But compromising your standards for short-term gains often leads to long-term dissatisfaction. The key is to stay connected to your why, the deeper purpose behind your standards. When you remember why you set these boundaries in the first place, whether it's for your mental health, personal growth, or overall happiness, you gain the strength to stay true to them. Resilience in the face of adversity reinforces your self-worth and commitment to living authentically. A critical part of staying grounded in your standards is holding yourself accountable. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances when things go wrong. But true power comes from taking responsibility for your actions. If you find yourself slipping from your standards, acknowledge it, learn from it, and take corrective action. Self-reflection is an essential tool for staying grounded because it allows you to adjust your course when necessary. Accountability also involves being honest with yourself and others. If you set a standard and fail to meet it, be open about it. This honesty allows you to grow, improve, and remain committed to your values. Staying grounded in your standards is a daily practice. It requires conscious effort and ongoing self-awareness. There will be days when you feel tempted to take shortcuts or compromise your principles for the sake of convenience or approval. But the more you make decisions that align with your standards, the stronger your foundation becomes. Over time, you build an unshakable sense of self-respect and confidence. You also cultivate relationships and environments that support and reinforce your standards. As you stay grounded, you begin to attract people who share your values and respect your boundaries, which further strengthens your resolve. In the end, staying grounded in your standards is not about perfection, it's about consistency. It's about showing up for yourself every day, making choices that reflect your core values, and learning from your experiences. The more you honor your standards, the more you honor yourself. This commitment to yourself leads to a life that feels meaningful, empowered, and aligned with your true desires. It ensures that no matter the external circumstances, you remain anchored in who you are and what truly matters to you. By staying grounded in your standards, you create a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and truly your own. Practicing emotional intelligence is one of the most impactful things you can do to enhance both your personal and professional life. Emotional intelligence, EI, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as the ability to recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others. It is a vital skill in creating strong, healthy relationships, navigating through challenging situations, and fostering a sense of self-awareness and growth. By practicing emotional intelligence, you develop the tools to respond to life's challenges with patience, empathy, and clarity, rather than reacting impulsively or with frustration. The first step in practicing emotional intelligence is developing self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It involves being able to recognize your emotions as they arise and understanding how those emotions influence your thoughts and behavior. When you become self-aware, you gain insight into your triggers, patterns, and automatic responses. This allows you to pause before reacting and make more intentional choices. For example, when you feel anger rising in a difficult conversation, being self-aware helps you acknowledge that emotion and decide whether to express it calmly or take a moment to gather your thoughts. By becoming aware of your emotions, you can break free from automatic reactions and take control of how you respond. Once you become aware of your emotions, the next step is managing them. Emotional regulation is essential to emotional intelligence. It's not about suppressing or denying your feelings, but about learning how to respond to them in healthy and constructive ways. Emotional regulation involves techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and self-talk to help you manage strong emotions. For instance, when you feel anxious or overwhelmed, practicing deep breathing can help you stay calm and clear-headed. Similarly, reframing negative thoughts or giving yourself permission to take a break can prevent stress from building up. By mastering emotional regulation, you gain the ability to stay grounded and centered, even in high-pressure situations. Empathy, another core component of emotional intelligence, is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy involves being fully present with another person, listening attentively, and acknowledging their emotions without judgment. It is about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and responding in a way that validates their experience. Empathy builds trust and fosters deeper connections because it shows others that you truly care about their well-being. For example, if a friend is upset about a personal issue, showing empathy by listening and offering a supportive response can make them feel heard and understood. Practicing empathy helps you connect on a deeper level with others, and it makes you more sensitive to their needs and feelings. Another important aspect of emotional intelligence is social skills, which enable you to navigate relationships effectively. Social skills involve communication, conflict resolution, collaboration, and the ability to work with diverse groups of people. A key aspect of developing strong social skills is active listening. Active listening means being fully engaged in a conversation, focusing on what the other person is saying without distractions or interrupting. It involves listening with the intent to understand, not just to respond. By practicing active listening, you create an environment where people feel respected and valued, which enhances your relationships both at work and in your personal life. Conflict resolution is also a crucial aspect of emotional intelligence. When conflicts arise, as they inevitably do in any relationship or situation, emotional intelligence helps you navigate the disagreement in a healthy and constructive way. Rather than reacting impulsively or allowing your emotions to escalate, emotional intelligence allows you to stay calm, listen to the other person's perspective, and find a solution that satisfies everyone involved. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also fosters an atmosphere of collaboration and understanding. Additionally, emotional intelligence helps you become more adaptable in the face of change. Life is constantly shifting, and the ability to remain flexible, open-minded, and emotionally resilient is key to managing those changes. When things don't go according to plan, emotional intelligence allows you to pivot without frustration or defeat. You become more comfortable with uncertainty, and you are able to maintain a positive outlook even when faced with challenges. Instead of becoming overwhelmed, you focus on solutions and growth. This ability to adapt and respond with grace enhances your well-being and creates a sense of peace amidst the chaos. One of the most profound benefits of practicing emotional intelligence is the ability to build a deeper connection with yourself. When you practice self-awareness, emotional regulation, empathy, and strong social skills, you are not only improving your relationships with others, but you are also learning to understand and nurture yourself. Emotional intelligence helps you develop a positive relationship with your own emotions rather than being controlled or overwhelmed by them. This self-understanding and self-compassion lay the foundation for personal growth and self-acceptance. As you continue to practice emotional intelligence, you will notice the positive effects it has on all areas of your life. Your relationships will deepen and become more fulfilling as you communicate with greater empathy and understanding. You will experience less stress and anxiety as you learn to manage your emotions and reactions. Your career will benefit as emotional intelligence fosters better collaboration, leadership, and problem solving. Most importantly, you will feel more connected to yourself with greater clarity, self-compassion, and resilience in the face of life's challenges. In conclusion, practicing emotional intelligence is an ongoing journey of growth and self-awareness. It requires a commitment to understanding your emotions, managing them constructively, and relating to others with empathy and respect. By cultivating emotional intelligence, you create stronger relationships, handle challenges with grace, and foster personal growth. It is a skill that benefits not only your emotional health, but also your overall well-being, allowing you to navigate life with greater peace, confidence, and fulfillment. Cultivating inner peace is one of the most transformative practices you can adopt in life. In a world that is often chaotic, fast-paced, and filled with distractions, finding moments of stillness and tranquility can feel like a distant dream. However, inner peace is not only attainable but essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. It involves developing a calm and centered mind, irrespective of external circumstances, and learning to cultivate peace within yourself so that it radiates outward to your relationships, work, and overall well-being. The first step in cultivating inner peace is understanding that peace is not something you find in external circumstances, it is something you create within yourself. Many people believe that peace comes from achieving certain goals, such as financial success, perfect relationships, or material possessions. While these external factors can bring temporary comfort or happiness, true peace arises from the ability to find stillness within, regardless of what is happening around you. Cultivating this internal peace begins with accepting that peace is a state of mind, not a destination. One of the most effective ways to begin cultivating inner peace is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. It involves paying attention to your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without reacting to them or getting lost in them. Through mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and feelings from a detached perspective, which helps you break free from the cycle of stress, worry, and negative thinking. By focusing on the present moment, you stop dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, both of which are often sources of inner turmoil. Practicing mindfulness allows you to become more aware of your thoughts, creating space between you and your automatic reactions. This space gives you the opportunity to respond with clarity and calmness rather than being swept away by your emotions. Another powerful tool in cultivating inner peace is self-compassion. Often we are our own harshest critics, judging ourselves for our mistakes, imperfections, and perceived shortcomings. This inner self-criticism can create an inner conflict that disrupts our peace. To cultivate inner peace, it is essential to practice self-compassion, treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend. When you make a mistake or face a challenge, instead of berating yourself, offer words of encouragement and support. Acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and that these are opportunities for growth, not evidence of failure. By practicing self-compassion, you soften the inner dialogue that creates anxiety and self-doubt, allowing peace to naturally flow in. Letting go of control is also crucial in cultivating inner peace. We often seek to control aspects of our lives that are beyond our control, such as other people's actions, the future, or outcomes. When we try to control everything, we create inner tension and anxiety. True inner peace comes from surrendering the need for control and accepting that not everything is within our power to change. This doesn't mean that we stop taking action or making decisions. It means we release the attachment to the outcome and trust that things will unfold as they are meant to. Surrendering control is an act of faith, knowing that life is always working in your favor, even if it doesn't always look that way in the moment. In addition, cultivating inner peace requires setting boundaries and protecting your energy. Often we allow external influences such as toxic relationships, overwhelming commitments, or constant distractions to drain us emotionally and mentally. To maintain your inner peace, it's important to recognize what drains you and set healthy boundaries. This might mean saying no to things that no longer serve you, distancing yourself from negative people, or limiting exposure to stressful situations. By setting clear boundaries and protecting your time and energy, you create space for peace to thrive. It's about taking responsibility for your emotional well-being and prioritizing what nurtures your inner calm. Gratitude is another powerful practice for cultivating inner peace. When we focus on what is wrong in our lives, it's easy to become overwhelmed by negativity and stress. However, by shifting our focus to the things we are grateful for, we change our perspective. Gratitude helps to reframe our thinking, allowing us to see the abundance and beauty in our lives, even amidst difficulties. This shift in perspective can create an immense sense of peace and contentment as we begin to appreciate the present moment, rather than constantly striving for more or dwelling on what is missing. Practicing gratitude daily, whether through journaling or simply taking a moment to reflect on the things you're thankful for, helps to center your mind and heart, fostering a deep sense of peace. Another aspect of cultivating inner peace is forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, anger, or resentment can poison your inner world and disturb your peace. When you forgive others and yourself, you release the emotional weight that keeps you tied to past hurts. Forgiveness is not about excusing someone else's behavior or condoning wrongdoing. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of holding on to negative feelings. By practicing forgiveness, you create space for love, compassion, and peace to enter your heart. Letting go of resentment clears away the emotional clutter and allows you to move forward with a lighter spirit. Finally, cultivating inner peace requires consistency and patience. It's not something that happens overnight. And there will be days when you feel challenged or overwhelmed. However, by making inner peace a priority and practicing mindfulness, self-compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness daily, you gradually shift your mindset and way of being. The more you practice these principles, the more they become ingrained in your life, creating a lasting sense of tranquility and calm. In conclusion, cultivating inner peace is a lifelong journey that requires mindfulness, self-compassion, surrender, and the courage to let go of things that no longer serve you. It's about making intentional choices every day that bring you back to a place of calm, regardless of what's happening in the world around you. By focusing on your inner world and nurturing practices that promote peace, you create a life that feels aligned, centered, and harmonious. The more you cultivate inner peace, the more you radiate it to those around you, creating a ripple effect of calm and tranquility in your relationships and your community. Celebrating your individuality is one of the most powerful acts of self-love and empowerment you can practice. It is about embracing what makes you unique and understanding that your differences are not only valuable but necessary in a world that thrives on diversity. In a society that often pressures individuals to conform to certain standards or expectations, celebrating your individuality means standing firm in your authenticity, unapologetically expressing yourself, and honoring your own journey. It is about recognizing that your individuality is a gift, not something to hide or downplay. The first step in celebrating your individuality is to understand what makes you unique. Each person has a set of experiences, values, skills, and perspectives that shape who they are. To honor your individuality, it is important to take the time to reflect on what makes you you. This might involve looking at your passions, the things you love to do, your strengths, your quirks, and even your struggles. Everything that has contributed to who you are today is part of your story, and that story is worth celebrating. When you become aware of your unique qualities, you begin to appreciate yourself more deeply. You realize that your experiences, whether positive or challenging, have shaped you into a person who offers something special to the world. One of the biggest obstacles to celebrating your individuality is the tendency to compare yourself to others. In a world full of curated images and standards, it can be easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you need to measure up to someone else's idea of success or beauty. But the truth is, there is no one else like you. And that is your greatest strength. Comparing yourself to others only robs you of the opportunity to fully embrace your own path and express yourself authentically. The key is to stop measuring your worth against someone else's journey and instead focus on your own. Your path is unique, and there is no one else who can live your life with your perspective, your voice, or your passion. The more you let go of comparisons, the more freedom you have to truly honor your individuality. Embracing your individuality also requires cultivating self-acceptance. To celebrate yourself, you must first accept yourself fully, flaws and all. No one is perfect, and that's okay. Self-acceptance is not about achieving perfection, it's about loving yourself in your entirety, including the parts of you that you may feel insecure about. When you accept yourself, you free yourself from the need to seek validation from others or to live up to external expectations. Self-acceptance allows you to embrace your strengths and weaknesses, your successes and failures, knowing that each part of you contributes to the beautiful, complex person you are. When you accept yourself, you can fully express your individuality without fear of judgment or rejection. Another important aspect of celebrating your individuality is learning to express yourself authentically. Authentic self-expression is about speaking your truth, pursuing what excites you, and being true to your values. Whether it's through your style, the work you choose, or the way you interact with others, authentic self-expression is about letting the world see who you truly are. This can be intimidating, especially if you fear that your uniqueness might not be accepted. However, when you express yourself authentically, you invite others to do the same, creating a space where individuality is celebrated rather than suppressed. Remember, authenticity is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are unapologetically themselves because they radiate confidence and self-assurance. Your authenticity inspires others to embrace their own uniqueness, creating a ripple effect of self-love and acceptance. Additionally, celebrating your individuality involves honoring your choices and the way you navigate your life. Everyone's journey is different, and there is no one right way to live. Some people may follow a traditional path, while others may take a more unconventional route. Both paths are valid. What matters most is that you are true to yourself and that you are making choices that align with your values, desires, and vision for your life. It can be easy to feel pressured to follow a path that society or others expect of you, but ultimately it is your life and you have the power to choose the direction it takes. Celebrating your individuality means owning your decisions, trusting your intuition, and walking your own unique path with confidence. Celebrating your individuality also means honoring your personal growth and evolution. Just as you change and grow over time, your individuality will continue to evolve. The person you are today is not the same person you were yesterday, and you won't be the same person tomorrow. Embrace the fact that your identity is fluid, and that is something to be celebrated. It is important to recognize and celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and to give yourself credit for the ways in which you've transformed. This mindset helps you to appreciate the process of becoming and allows you to enjoy each phase of your life as a step toward greater self-awareness and fulfillment.